So my name is Ryan Stewart. I'm a senior at Simpson this year. It's my last semester at college. I'm from Charles City, Iowa, and I'm a biology major, hoping to go to physician assistant school. And I believe with this interview, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite hobbies and pastimes, which is hunting and fishing. So
Absolutely.
it'll be good.
So, my first question: how did you get into hunting and fishing for the first time?
Yeah, so I grew up fishing all through my life. My dad was a big fisherman. His dad was a big fisherman. I probably can't see it, but right above me is a walleye that my grandpa caught 30 years ago. So the Stewart family has fished for a long time. So I've always loved the outdoors, always loved to fish. And in high school and in fishing, I made lots of friends. Those friends also went hunting quite a bit. So through those friends in high school, learned to really enjoy hunting, especially duck hunting as well. So, yeah.
Yeah. So that brings us to our next question: what do you enjoy most about hunting and fishing?
I enjoy a couple of things. Right off the bat, I really enjoy the relationships that I've built with people through hunting and fishing and just the outdoors in general. Spent a lot of cold days hunkered down in a little duck blind cooking breakfast and shooting ducks with some of my best friends on Saturday mornings after football games in high school. And so that's pretty awesome. But on maybe a deeper level, I just love being outside in God's creation. I think it's really beautiful and really something that's restoring to me as a person, just to be out in the quiet and enjoy that. So, yeah, it's a spiritual and a friendship thing, I guess, for me.
All right. So I know there's a lot of types of fishing.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have a favorite kind of fishing at all?
Pretty much my answer to that question is going to be whichever kind of fishing I can do right now. So right now I'm ice fishing all in. I spend way too much money on this crap, and I go way too often. And so you want to talk about fishing right now, I'm going to talk about ice fishing. In the spring, I'm going to talk about pre-spawn walleyes. In the summer, I'm going to talk about catching largemouth bass out of farm ponds. So really, I just love to fish. And I'm pretty much all in all the time.
Awesome. You mentioned ducks earlier. Is that your favorite thing to hunt for, or do you have any other favorite hunting?
No, duck hunting is by far my favorite thing. In high school, I did some deer hunting and a lot of duck hunting and a little bit of turkey hunting, but I think duck hunting is most similar to fishing, and that's one of the reasons that I like it most, in that you're going to go out, set up, and you're probably going to be shooting every day. It's not so much of a season-long hunt. Whereas if you're bow hunting for a deer, you're going to be hunting for that one deer for sometimes months. Whereas duck hunting, it's much like fishing. Go out with your pole, fish, catch a fish. Go out with your decoys, boom, 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 and kill some ducks. So duck hunting is my favorite.
That's great. So do you have a favorite hunting or fishing spot?
I mean, I guess in talking about Indianola, there's a great place kind of near Milo, south of town, called, what is it called? Bank Swallow Bend is what it's called. And I killed a lot of ducks out of that marsh this year. So that's probably my favorite right now.
All right. So is there an ideal weather pattern, I guess, for hunting and or fishing?
Yeah, so hunting, absolutely. And I'll talk about ducks because it's what I know about the most, but the worse the weather is, the better the duck hunting is. And that's because, you've got Mama and Papa Duck flying in the air on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, and they fly by and they look, oh look, there's some ducks. They're my plastic decoys, and there's a human sitting there with a gun waiting to shoot me. But on a nice sunny day, oh look, that's ducks, that's cute. They're going to keep on flying. But if it's 30-mile-an-hour winds, freezing cold, snowing and raining, they're going to be flying. I'm like, oh crap, this sucks. Look, ducks. And they're going to land right away. And so it makes hunting a lot easier when it's nasty weather out. Fishing, it kind of just depends on the season. Really, a couple of things that I look for is a change in the weather. So usually not getting colder. So if things warm up a little bit, even a few degrees, and the barometric pressure either rises or drops, whenever that change, I'll try to go hunt fishing that day. because more times than not, that change is going to help the fish. So
Interesting. All right. So, go ahead and share a favorite memory you have of either hunting or fishing.
Maybe this isn't a favorite memory, but it's kind of a funny story from this season. So I was out hunting, and I shot a lot of teal, which are kind of small ducks, and they migrate early in the season. There's never, the late season, I didn't shoot a whole lot of mallards or big ducks. So I was out hunting one day, and I'd shot a couple of teal, and I was probably poking on my phone or something, and I heard some wings, and then the duck land in the water. And I look down, there's a little teal sitting in my decoys, and then I'm like, ooh, I can shoot this duck. And then all of a sudden I look in the distance, and there's 3 big ducks coming in at me. And I thought, you know what, I've shot my kill of teal this season. I'm going to wait, let him go, and take my chances on these big ducks. So I wait for the ducks to come in, and they come in, circle, 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 and fly off to what I think they flew off. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And then I look, and here's this teal sitting there. So out of anger, I was going to yell at the teal and then shoot the thing just because it was still there, and it was there. So great. I yell at the teal, and my gun jams. And so now I'm mad that my gun is jammed, and I've now scared the duck up, try to be a fair hunter, to shoot the thing. And my gun is jammed. Finally get it unjammed, and I long shot, actually pretty impressive shot, on this little duck. And so he probably falls 40 yards away from me. And I was a little upset. I'm like, yeah, I killed this duck, but I could have killed what looked to be some big ducks, probably mallards. And I'm like, well, I better go trudge across this marsh. So I rip my coat off. And as I have my coat halfway behind me, I look, and here's these 3 ducks just opened up, spread out, ready to come into my decoy. So I fumble trying to get my gun and go in, and I just look up, and it's a canvasback, 3 canvasbacks, which are like the ultimate duck to shoot. Like if you shoot a canvasback, it goes on the wall. I've got my hands tied behind my back with my coat with an unloaded gun, and I can't get it, and I'm flailing around, and they see me, and off they go. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Little did I know, the little teal that I thought I shot and killed hadn't died yet, swam off into the weeds, and probably died somewhere else out there, so I was left with no ducks. Frustrating story, but kind of, I don't know.
So, what would you recommend for any beginners?
Find a friend that knows how to hunt or fish and go with them. It's too dang expensive to start doing by yourself.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad I have a friend who knows how to hunt and fish. So, anything else for the good of the cause?
Find a friend who knows how to hunt and fish and go out and do it. I don't know, it's important, it's fun, good for the environment.
Awesome.
All around good.
Well, I know I am definitely encouraged to go hunting and fishing now.
Good.
So,
Thank you.
hopefully you guys are too.